have literally been spending the last few months and years trying to improve my life as a whole. And the thing that I've seen that had the most positive impact on my life as a whole was actually trying to live more naturally. And I'm sure that you will agree on that subject with me. If I told you that to live a healthier, happier, and better life in general, we should try to live a more natural life, you would probably agree with me. But just look around you. On a daily basis, the people we come across with, they go around like that, all rounded. The whole day, they look at their phone, they don't go outside, they have toxic friends, they eat junk food, they don't exercise, they are exposed the whole time to toxic chemicals, estrogenics, and other chemicals, and basically live a very, very unnatural lifestyle. But are we really meant to live that way? I mean, our ancestors woke up with the rising of the sun, basically were outside the whole day fishing, hunting, gathering, doing other activities, living with their family. Imagine what amazing and natural food they were eating. Imagine how at the evening time they gathered together around the fire and told each other some amazing stories about the mammoths they just hunted. And then they went asleep with the sun. So is our modern daily lifestyle actually that bad? And to respond to that question, I want to tell you a story. Just a few days ago, I was at my friend's house and I saw that they had a water filter that I wanted to buy for myself. And so I thought, these people must know something. And so I started talking during the evening about natural living, about health. And then just out of nowhere, my friend's mother told me, I have to show you something. She stood up and went into a dark room. And she came back with two pictures she had made herself. On one picture, I saw a fat man sitting on his chair, all rounded, eating junk food and looking at his phone like that on social media. On the other picture, I saw a healthy lady in the woods meditating with a smile on her face. And without her having to tell me anything, in that moment, I had a realization. I realized that living an unnatural lifestyle is probably the cause for at least 90% of our daily problems. I mean, our bodies have not changed a lot since the last 50,000 years. If you would stand next to your ancestors 50,000 years ago, you would probably not see any difference. But can we say the same thing of our lifestyle? I don't think so. Our lifestyles have changed a lot, especially in the last 100 years, bro. And so our bodies have not adapted to it. We live in the same body, but in another world. It would be like buying yourself a new Lamborghini, bro. You just bought yourself a new Lamborghini, and what do? You go and try it out. But you go and try it out in a road on the woods where it's full of bumps and holes. And within 10 minutes, you broke your brand new Lamborghini. So is it the Lamborghini's problem? Or could we say that the problem is actually the road where you tried out your Lamborghini? And so to keep my answer short, yes, I absolutely think that our modern lifestyles are the cause for at least 90% of our daily problems. And so by living a more natural life, the way we were meant to live, we will live a happier, longer, healthier, and better life overall. And so how do we achieve this more natural lifestyle? And there are literally a million things I could tell you about it, which would make this video pretty much a whole film. But in this video, we'll try to tell you the most important things, the things that you can implement today, here and right now. And don't worry, as a bonus for you, I will put the summary of this video with all the implementable steps in the description down below, so you don't even have to write down things. As soon as you're finished watching this video, you have your summary right there with all the nice implementable steps. And so the first thing I think that we should do to try to live a more natural life is to exercise more. We used to have to be strong in our body to survive. And when you see animals in nature, they are all strong. I mean, have you ever seen a furless sheep? And so if you ask me what the most natural sport is, I don't know. But what I know is that our ancestors walked a lot. They ran a lot. And they actually also used their body. They moved their body and lifted weights, brought things around. And so, in my opinion, running, calisthenics, and weightlifting are probably one of the, if not the most natural sports around. Especially if you do natural movements and don't do some crazy things where you break your joints. The second thing, I think that we should improve in order to live a more natural life is our daily rhythm. Our ancestors woke up and went to sleep with the sun. But we nowadays, we go to sleep one day at a good time, another day in the middle of the night because we are partying. The next day we go to sleep in the afternoon because we are too tired. And so a very simple, actionable step to have a more natural daily rhythm would be to try to wake up and go to sleep every single day at the same time. The third very important component of a healthy life is actually food. I mean, we are what we eat, aren't we? But nowadays we eat McDonald's, we drink Coca-Cola with chips, processed sugar, and all those other bullshit things. And here I will not tell you eat eggs or eat vegan or eat that or eat that other thing. I will give you some simple guidelines to guide you on a daily basis when you choose what you eat. And so a very easy implementable thing would be to try to eat as much whole, organic, natural foods as possible. So no junk food, no processed sugar, no processed meals, no crazy chemicals and things like that. And so the fourth very important thing we have to talk about if we want to live a more natural life is technology. And that is because our ancestors didn't have a phone, they didn't have a TV, they didn't have all these modern technologies that we have on a daily basis. And so we are there pretty much 24/7 on our phones like that, with our eyes looking at our screen too close for too long, in positions that are unnatural for us. And so nowadays there are people, I would actually say a lot of people, who use technology and especially their phones in such an unnatural way that the bones in their neck are literally changing. They are literally becoming round-necked like that because of how much we look at our phone. Doesn't that sound as crazy to you as it does to me? And so the things I will tell you will only help you if you actually utilize them. But I tell you what I do, and that is to try to use it as little as possible. I literally only use it when when I need it to do something. Another very important thing is to try to get outside more, bro. Most people spend their whole day in a dark room without even seeing the sunlight. How unnatural is that? And so even if you need to use technology, try to go outside, try to do the thing that you need to do while being outside, like I'm doing right now. I'm having a walk while I'm registering a video. And the third thing is to try to have a more natural posture. Most people sit all day long, pretty much 8 hours a day, and are like that on their phones, like this, looking at TikTok. But we were not meant to be that way. We were meant to be standing with an open chest and a high chin. I try to sit as little as possible and to have a good posture. And I know that we probably kind of all agree on the fact that living a more natural life is actually living a healthier, happier, and better life as a whole. And so I have decided for myself that I didn't want to follow the people having all those problems. And if you look at it, the people living the way that you actually don't want to live, having the things that we don't want to have, are probably the most unnatural ones. Try to observe this on your day-to-day basis. But you are probably not like everyone else. If you've watched this video until to this point, I can imagine that you're probably kind of similar to me. You want to live a happier, more natural, more purposeful and full life. And so if this video actually helped you on that way, subscribe, because I will share with you everything I learn to help you on that path. That is my purpose. And so remember that today could literally be your last day, bro. We could die today. We could die today. So why not living it like it? Why not being who we want to be? Doing what we want to do, and most importantly, enjoying every single moment. Wish you all the best, and see you in the next video, bro.